It's me, Crafted Colin, back again to let you know tonight. It's Meng On MENG, Meng On MENG, Meng On MENG. It's our thing. Oh yeah, we're making Lego, we're making action figures, we're doing it all. Meng On MENG, Meng On MENG. Oh yeah, it's my thing. Meng On MENG, Meng On MENG. Woo! Tonight, Known World United, 7 o'clock. Jump on the chat and baby, let's talk. Woo-hoo! You feel it? That's right. Meng On MENG. Do our thing. Oh yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Meng On MENG. Take two. We were going for a full 3.5 minutes before we realized we weren't live, so that's a double dose of that. I've gotten a watch of me dancing around.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Like I said before to Ben,
you're my beautiful dancing boy.
Tonight is a relaxed fit episode. We're getting into some. We decided we're in Jinko jean shorts with flames
Jinko
on the hem.
jean short pajamas.
Ooh,
is that ever a thing?
Ooh. Yeah, no, let's do it. We got matching top, jean top, a pajama jean top with pockets on the breasts and epaulets on the
epaulets. Can I bust out my cravat?
Cravats are necessary, my friend, and you better bring your bouquet.
Cravats are for lovers.
Cravats are for lovers.
Oh, so I was telling Colin, I don't know what I did, but I hurted myself. So I'm a little just not feeling great right now. But I definitely am excited just to hang out with my friend. And if any other friends show up,
join us.
Oh,
another
shit.
Friend.
Say his name. Say his name, and he appear. I believe in James Wheeler.
Bombus.
I can't even get my arm up to do it.
Oh no!
It hurt too much. It hurt too much.
You are a hurt boy.
I don't know what I did. Like I could feel it when it slipped out.
What were you? Where were you when it happened?
I was picking up my water bottle off the floor, and then it was like I felt like I got a stinger, and then I was like, "Oh no, that's no space station. That's my arm. That's my arm not being in socket anymore."
Oh no!
Welcome to middle-aged chat, everybody. We're going over how our bodies are breaking down slowly.
It'll go back. It usually slips back in, but. Like it right now, my entire
spine
thing's like on fire. So it kind of feels like a stinger, but I know it's not a stinger, and it's not a member. It's not one of the little stingers. I know that. God damn it!
I've been watching a ton of WCW lately, like old school. So like,
yeah, hell yeah! Are you partaking of?
Wrestle Me?
Wrestle Me?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. They're the best. They're my faves.
They are definitely, I just keep saying to myself, I hope to God they don't end up like there's some problematic thing I don't know about.
I think they're just incredibly wholesome. It seems they're very, very...
They do say some shit. They be saying some shit sometimes. Though.
Oh, yeah. No, they don't. They talk some wild shit about people, but like they're pretty... I mean... Yeah, they're non-problematic. I'll say that.
Yes.
But they will talk some shit about people, and they give no fucks about it, and it's usually hilarious.
Yes, that also is. All right, let me get out of this thing.
So tonight, everyone, I'm building this bad boy. Hopefully we'll get to bag 2, because bag 2 is where all the Mace Windu, bless Mace Windu, never did a bad thing to anybody.
What? You motherfucker! You're a Windu apologist, huh? That's what this has come to.
I knew I was gonna get shit for this, so I wanted to get that out there early.
Yeah, you bet you will.
Mace Windu.
No.
Mace. Windu is the best.
That dude would have just put aside his ego.
Probably the most egoless Jedi that ever lived. I mean, you want to talk about humble? You can't spell it without Mace Windu.
Social climbing son of a bitch. Oh, hey, Super Spike. How are you?
Super Spike!
Okay, I've got some new heads. A bunch of them just came in the mail.
Yeah.
Ooh. I would like to show them to you guys.
Heck yeah.
Beard, I didn't ask, how are you today?
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm all right.
Beard's all right. Da 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 da. Beard is all right.
Yeah.
Living in Meng On world.
Meng On Beard. Everyone came for the Meng.
You stay for the beard. But we keep interrupting you.
You look so intense right now.
No, I took the last couple days off. I was originally gonna go to Philly to see that charity show for Chris, and just with everything else that was going on, and not really knowing what was up, and just stuff with the house and the car, I didn't end up going. So I tried to kind of relax the last couple days, and I just feel like I have so much work stuff that's been kind of piling up, but I've been trying to just say you're on PTO, don't do work. But I found that I've just been anxious about it, and so it hasn't been as enjoyable as I would have liked. And this is the day when Sarah is on campus basically all day, so it's kind of hope I was
were you all on your own today?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, but you could have came over.
You work on Tuesday.
Yeah, I work from home. I would have just made you go watch something on the television while I had a meeting. And my meeting today was because I told my boss's boss how wrong he was about something, and he did not take well to that, even though he was wrong about it. And instead, it was the whole, after he agreed he was wrong, he still felt the need, as soon as I turned my microphone off, to say, well, we'll just agree to disagree, because really in the end it's this. And I was like, but it's not that. It's not an apples to apples argument. And no, you are thinking we're competing for employees. But when you're like, well, we're not just competing with this day program.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're right, we're not, because we do something completely different than them. Oh, that's why we're not competing with them, because we actually have to fill overnights and 24-hour care. They don't. That's why people would want to work for them, because they just work Monday through Friday and until 4-5 o'clock, and then their day's done. And we just don't have those hours. So then at the end, after I explained that, and a bunch of other people in the meeting were like, oh, that's a really good point and all this, he waited till I turned my mic off and then said his spiel, and said, we're competing with everybody. I mean, we're competing with Culver's. And I'm just like, we are not competing with fucking fast food, because especially in my service line, we couldn't hire you. I was just like, you are definitely that's cool. That is really neat. Now I remember what I'm mad about anymore. That's too cool, but not too cool. That was just too cool. Anyway, I gave up at that point. I was like, all right, I've talked during this meeting. Time to go back to silent in Stardew Valley. All right, here's the first head.
Yeah, what we got?
This just came literally an hour ago.
Oh, yo. I like
really
it.
Nice.
Yeah. It's got a piece I got to trim on the back, an artifact. Now I will say this. I got a really good deal on these heads. But I had to ask the person about shipping 5 times. Hey, did it ship? Hey, did it ship? I think Beard and we had this conversation in the car.
Yeah.
So,
Go for it.
I don't know if this is going to be a good fit. This may end up going to Matt. unless I figure something out. Because I think it's going to be too big for a female body.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Like the back of the head, too. It's like all tangled up snakes.
Oh, that's
so good.
That is really good.
Matt sent me a person's Etsy. I already follow them on eBay, and their Etsy store was actually cheaper. So I picked up their Pythonus head, which is like I can't think of his name now. There's a MotU OG cartoon villain who showed up once, but in like the expanded MotU lore, he eventually becomes a priest of the Snake Men. So he starts to become a Snake Man. He's got Neftu. He's like got an Egyptian motif. I got that head, and then he also made a head for Red Wolf, which is a character that's only been done in concept art by Axel Jimenez, who was around. This character was in Eternia, like pre-He-Man, but post King Grayskull. Here's another one. Almost a frilly Trandoshan-esque head.
Ooh, that's cool. Looks like Trandoshan and Savage Dragon mated.
A little bit. I love that. There's so much good. There's such clean prints. Like worth the wait. Annoying, but worth the wait. So well done. And plus, when I told them, I was like, "Hey, I want these for a MotU Origin scale."
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh yeah, that's not a problem." Like no extra charging. They just knocked it out. That's why I think he scaled everything to the male scale. I think that's why it's a little big. But then again, I have to pull out a female buck and check. Let me do that really quick. The shot got away.
Well, I
Club the party.
Not to open too many figures that I have because I don't really have a place to put them still. But
oh come on, buddy!
Got this boy from.
Oh, that face is messed.
Your flight stand boy, yeah.
Which flight stand boy?
You're a flight stand boy, and you gave me
Doomster.
Gave me boy. So
yeah, this is too big. It looks like a fucking bobblehead. So I think this is probably going to Matt because I think it would be good for like a Marvel Legends size head, which sucks. I like that head a lot. It's just too big.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Beard. Keep showing off your boys.
This boy.
Oh, just that boy?
Yeah.
He's a beautiful boy.
I will allow myself to open this boy.
Oh, here's another boy.
Also, I reread the Justice League.
The international, the first.
The first 6 issues trade. Like that's just. It's hard to find something. I think of that era that is. Oh, nice.
It's a good little Snake Man head.
Yeah.
Hard to find this era.
Is as fun and like on brand for everybody and just like an innovative take on a team book. And yeah, it was just and the art is so good. It's just so
Kevin McGuire is amazing.
It was just so incredibly
head's
vibrant and like his face.
Oh hell yeah, Spike! I've seen that. It's really good. He has a Avengers BC version of the Black Panther too. That's amazing. Like a cool kit. Also, he had a Dirge kit too.
That would be rad. I like that.
For the Black series.
Dirge is the bomb.
Dirge is the bomb. I love Dirge. Okay, here's another one.
Oh yeah. I love the hood.
Cobra head where the hood is exposed.
Cobra.
Oh my God! So last night was down in Outlands, and I tried to do as much with the Unchained Devils to give them the vibe that hopefully I only had 2 players, which we ran anyway. To give them hopefully a little bit of the hint that the group of these hunters is based off Van Halen. Like that all the characters are basically riffs on members of Van Halen.
I love it.
So
all
like
eras of Van Halen, or
it's Hagar and David Lee Roth, so they're both there. And kind of the thing in the background is that the David Lee Roth character is on his last legs, and the Hagar figure is trying to slowly push him out. But it's kind of deep cut Van Halen lore.
Yeah.
Like the fact they're called the Unchained Devils. I can't remember what his name is, but like the name for the David Lee Roth character is suitably ridiculous.
That's funny.
It's like Rosso Van something.
Is he just a gigolo?
Oh no, but I did say whenever he got excited about something, he would end the sentence with a doobie doobie bibbity bop to bop. And they were like, what is going on? Is this kind of a stroke? I kept thinking of California Girls. Is that the one he did where he did that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I love the like Mesoamerican headdress thing this guy's got on.
Oh, show me that again. I didn't see.
Yeah, hold on. Let's make you big.
Oh, hell yeah!
Can I tell you something embarrassing?
Yeah.
When I saw it tiny,
madness, baby.
I thought was dinosaur. I thought those were like the little like skin.
It could be a tricep.
You know, that's the thing. Like this head and this Snake Man head, they very much also feel very dinosaur-y, which I'm fine with. They just like have. It reminds me a little bit of the Warhammer Fantasy Saurians, who are Mesoamerican coded, because they're on a different continent. Yeah, I do like them though.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 more that I got from a different person a while back. I just hadn't shown them off yet. This one and the other one might be a little big. This guy would need some type of shoulder shit for show.
Love that Spike fan.
I mean, if I had another Megator body, I could see putting him on a Megator body. Because he's a big boy.
Yeah. And
then the last one, because I got to buy one get one free from that guy, so I got 2 heads. I got this robot head.
That's cool.
Which is like distinctly nice. Embo.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's so simple too. It's literally just shapes, but they're put together. The only thing that's not like a shape are the connectors for the hose and the hose itself. I mean, it's a very simple design, but it's very effective. I'm very impressed with it. And it's got a big ding on the top of it. Like, looks like it took a hit on the top.
Nice.
So, and then I got a couple things I've been working on. A couple of them are real lame. A couple of them I think are really cool. Here is a part swap. So it's the mini comic version of Man at Arms. I have the other, like the non-mustache head, but I think the non-mustache head of Man at Arms looks like a sexual predator. Fair. I like the mustache head a lot. Mini comic Triclops, bitches.
Yeah, now you're talking about Changwage.
Yes, I love this white sash. They made a MotU Origins version of him, but he sold out. It was a Maddie exclusive, and he sold out in like 10 minutes and didn't get one. Kind of like CamoCon. As far as like just straight up part swap, well, kind of part swap, but not quite. Matt told me, he was like, hey, do you want this head and this soft goods for this thing? And I was like, yeah, I think I can do something with that. And he was like, okay, perfect. So then he hooked me up because Matt is a goddamn saint.
He's a real mensch. That's cool.
Terry Gordy Executioner head.
That's really cool.
I like soft good on that. It looks really good. And I was like, oh man, I can use all the other soft goods and put them on the bit. And I was like, well, he'll look super overdressed for an executioner if I do that. Also, he's got like a very derpy face. He's going, but you can't tell as much. So I took the big soft good, and because I was like, this big soft good is fucking amazing. And I was kind of like, I had a headline around that I'd kind of like, well, maybe I'll use something like this for it because it reminded me of a D&D bad guy that I enjoy a lot and have used in Down Outlands. So I was like, I'm going for it. It's a MotU Kellic. I got to figure out a waist piece, but this is the Executioner soft good. It is fucking beautiful.
That's so nice.
That works so well together.
Yeah.
Well, now you got a Nate head. If you just take the mustache out.
I have evil Nate.
Yeah.
But it's a mythic.
I mean,
head, but it
Nate
looks
head.
like Kellic.
You mean Nate head, right?
Nate head. Y'all don't know about that Nate head? Oh. Matt also was out on a toy hunt and found me
what's that?
Grasp, and he found me Terror.
Nice.
So fuck
no way.
Yeah. Although I don't like,
good job, man.
I don't like Terror's head. He should have his mouth open because he's got like a sonic scream thing.
Yeah.
But I like how like these two characters and this one good guy named Plasmar who kind of looks like a 80s DC superhero, like they only got made in classics and only as a San Diego exclusive. But I've always just been fascinated with the fact that they're all part swaps, repaints. Like
that's the cool thing I think about MotU is like,
I mean, it's Slither's head. It's
the one guy's claw.
Yeah, it's Clawful's claw. The boots are just standard. It's just standard boots. The head or the cape is Scareglow, and that's it. All the rest of it's just got a like a not generic. Even a paint job. It's just got like one of those. They just tacked the sticker on really well. Again, like slide stickers, I think is probably what they use, but better.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a whole new character out of it. Like, and it's I always thought it looked cool, but in hand, I was like, this guy looks fucking awesome. And then Terror, maybe play a little bit of a game. Who can tell me where all these parts come from?
Huh.
What MotU figures?
The snake neck is from God damn it, what's his name? I know that's from him. That's the snake neck. Yes.
Yes. Well, it's technically he's the only snake with a neck besides the 3 they made for the 3-pack. So the neck might be the only new tooled part.
For that guy?
Yeah.
I felt like there was like an extending
Mechaneck has an extended neck, but
yeah.
I thought that
but they just made a 3 Snake Men and a He-Man pack. There was all new Snake Men like last year, and one of them had a neck extender in that. But otherwise, yeah, that's a new tool. Do you know what the head's from?
I would assume that that's one of the 2-headed guy's heads, right?
Close guess. It's Whiplash's head.
Whiplash? Really?
Do you know what the arm piece is from?
Oh, no. Is that like a gun piece?
Yeah.
Oh.
He got a trap jaw arm and chest piece.
I forget man.
The body is Ratlore, including the tail. This waist piece is new. This belt piece is new. Legs are standard. Do you know where the boots are from?
Mosquito?
They are Mosquito. I knew you'd get that one, James.
Yeah. I don't know much, but I know Mosquito.
No,
that may be all I need.
But I know Mosquito.
So Question to everybody.
See,
I have been working on a Origins like version of the Masterverse specialized Ram Man. But the feet pegs for the mutated Ram Man, whose buck I'm using, they're the pegs that would only work for Mosquito's feet, because for some reason they're big. They're like, I don't know how to explain it. They're like a bigger peg than a normal Origins foot will take. And I've been racking my brain if I just take a pair of boots, I just drill them out a little bit to make it fit and then wheeler them in there. But I'm not sure. I don't know what to quite to do with that. I saw somebody do it, and they didn't give their recipe on how they did the feet, because I would really like to know. Because I realized that I was like, maybe I've got an extra Ram Man body. Maybe I'll just take it off that. And then I realized, oh, you can't do that because Ram Man's feet no come off. OG Ram Man's feet no come off.
It's not a Ram Jam.
No. Ram-a-lam, bing bang.
Ooh, Black Betty.
Bam-a-lam.
Ram-a-jam.
She got a child. Damn thing went wild.
Yeah. Shaboopy.
Also, I realized something else, and it's very, very, very upsetting.
What?
That I would also like some advice on.
More than Guy Fieri shaking Mango Mussolini's hand.
Yeah, that
my heart.
That chili that he makes with fries, just not. No.
Okay, maybe he's not the best cook, but the guy's style. 10 out of 10.
His like signature dish for a while was like this like an insane chili with all sorts. It's like everything in the kitchen sink.
Yeah, he also did
fries.
Oh God,
garbage
one thing that got him.
Thing.
I'm trying to think of the dish that like he was like, oh, it's my famous. This is my famous fusion thing. It was some kind of like something like kind of Tex-Mex meets
donkey sauce.
Donkey sauce is a thing.
I put that on a pot.
Donkey. All right.
That's out of bounds.
So I was today like, hey, I want to put my collector, my MotU Origins collector, Skeletor's giant ship, on a flight stand. So I took one of my extra flight stands and I had picked up an extra Stridor stand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Piss off thing number one. These are different.
I'm just noticing your name tonight. Your flight stand boy.
Yeah. Mattel made two different stands.
Oh.
And it's not the stands are different. They made the fucking pegs different.
Oh, boo.
Why would you do that? It's kind of my bitch about the feet on Ram Man and Mosquito. Why are those pegs? Why are the feet and the pegs different? Everything else matches for everybody else. But now you're doing something a little different. Fuck you. And then, so I tried it with both the Stridor peg, which is different than this peg, and this peg. Guess what? The collector takes neither of these. Has a peg hole, won't take a peg. And they didn't make a peg with it, which is fucking dumb, Mattel. So yeah, it really upsets me.
Good job, Mattel. Hope you're watching this.
They're not. They don't give a shit about me. The only thing they care about, like, hey, you gonna give me that money for Too Bad at the end of the week?
Hey, you guys got all that money?
You guys any more of that Too Bad? I'm like, fuck, I hope I can get a hold of a Too Bad on Friday. Because I got a feeling that's gonna sell real fast.
Is it Mattel or Hasbro until all are one? I can't remember which one it is.
Until all are one. I don't even think I understand that reference.
That's from what is it? Secret Galaxy now that they rebranded as.
I don't
the one dude.
I don't even know what that is, Colin.
Oh, no, it used to be like Toy Galaxy, the YouTube channel. They do like deep cuts on all like the cool like.
Oh yeah, I like that show.
Yeah,
good. That's a good ass show.
Dan Larson, I think the guy's name is. I think he's done stuff with Dave.
He might have. I mean, let's be honest. At this point, who hasn't done stuff with Dave?
For real, dude.
Dave is a legit.
He's a machine.
He's a machine. He's a superstar. It's Dave's world. We're all just living in it. You don't fuck with the Zohan, and you don't fuck with Dave Wheeler.
Can we pitch to him a TV show called Dave's World, based on the CBS Saturday
Bobby's
morning?
World?
No, not Bobby's World. I'm thinking Beekman's World, man. The giant guy in the rat suit and everything. Beekman's World. It was like off-brand Bill Nye the Science Guy, but it was pretty fun. But I will also take if anyone wants to animate our adventures and splice them together with Dave's show and make Dave's World, do it. You have my permission.
Oh man,
where am I? I'm doing this.
I thought about shaving the pegs, Spike, but it's harder to get those legs than it is to get feet. So that's why I think I'm just going to end up dremeling it out and then doing the Wheeler hot glue trick. It's just frustrating. Like, I know certain bucks are going to have to be different and stuff, and the more they get into deep cut characters, they're going to have to do that. Like,
yes.
But like, this is even Extendar, who's got a chonk boy lower body, even has the normalized hole and peg. Oh hell yeah!
I'm really excited because I got this bit of sticker, which I always hate doing stickers on Lego, and I lined it up almost.
I got a whole CGI MotU Castle Grayskull sitting here just because the stickers aren't on it yet. Because I'm afraid to put the stickers on because I.
Oh no, I get that. I left my tweezers. I got special tweezers to put Lego stickers on Lego pieces.
Doug did the stickers for Eternity for me.
Oh, nice.
Eternia.
Oh, I haven't even seen that yet, like fully.
I need to just maybe take a video of it because I don't want to get up with my webcam. My webcam is corded. If I had a Wi-Fi one, I usually swing it all the way around anyway. But also tonight, my fucking shoulder is killing me. But I do love Extendar's chunky juggernaut lower body.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's really good. He's like, I got a big body and big old leg.
Hello.
Yeah, here's what I'm talking about.
I am thick boy.
I am thickest boy. So here's the also thick boy mutated Ram Man, right? Here's the issue. I can take this off without having my shoulder cause more problems. Oh, you Sumamo. Woo! Okay, can you see like how the peg there has got a lip on it? Because the leg has a lip on it. The foot has a lip on it.
Okay, yeah.
Here's the regular. Oh, that one came off really easy. Thank you, Extendar. There, just a hole, just a peg. There's only two figures that have that foot style: Mosquitor and this Ram Man.
Why do they just like arbitrarily do that?
I don't know. It makes me so angry. It making me so angry. It makes no sense. I mean, part of me wonders if it's because there's like the Ram Man foot is kind of like actually way different, like in the way it's set up. But I don't see any reason why you'd have to tool it that way.
Here, sorry, my head's getting so close. I think I dropped a piece on the floor.
Better to see you with, my dear. Okay, God. Oh. So I talked about it last night a little bit. I might as well brainstorm it with you, children of the atom. One of my regular players who plays in 2 of my games, is stepping away for the foreseeable future. And I'm kind of unsure how to proceed with DNO and with Scum and Villainy going forward.
Oh.
Have you found out whether the other person is going to continue on?
I don't know yet.
Okay. I mean, I think that's the biggest challenge.
Shan is stepping away, and I don't know. Well, the thing is, and like they and I talked about it, was like, after we just chit-chatted for like 2 hours. But at the end, I was like, hey, not to be completely insensitive, but to be completely insensitive, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Because your characters are both characters you've played for a while.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just like write them off, I guess, or kill them or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I'm not sure. I'm hoping that sometime when your situation becomes more viable, you'll want to come back. Yeah, Super Spike, I heard that. I heard that from Matt, I think, that Hasbro pulled that shit. So the issue I have is like in DNO, those 2 characters are inextricably connected. Now, as we were talking about it, either during or after we went off the air for Chaos Bar last night, the nice thing is Richard's character in that is, I think, 5 episodes old.
Yeah.
In our game, so it's easy to do something else if you want, because those characters are so tied together. You can just be like, oh, they both left.
Sure.
And they're not, and because Shan was on their 2nd character or their 3rd character technically in that game, they also that particular character didn't have a ton of ties with the group yet. So it's pretty easy there. And also, like if Richard wants to play something else, it's also such an easy group to just play. Hey, I've chosen one. I'm going to play this other thing.
Yeah.
Scum and Villainy is way harder.
Yeah.
Because the characters are married. You're on their ship.
Oh, shit! I can finally sell it! Fuck yeah!
I will say this. I have been looking at ship options, though.
I'm just saying, if you want me to sell it, I'll sell that ship.
No, you're not going to sell that ship.
Hey, look, I just made the greatest Jedi of all time, everybody. Can everyone see this? Best boy ever. Never did a thing to anybody. What a good dude.
Well, he didn't do a thing to anybody because he didn't kill Palpatine when he had the chance.
Hey, because he's following Law and Order. He's a good boy.
No, he's not. Space Worms.
Space Worms college fun.
Oh. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Now I also will say I don't know what's going to happen in Chaos Scar because Ryan's character is completely boned right now. So I don't know how that's going to play out.
Sounds like you need a.
He's stuck in the Feywild, being hunted by a coven of hags, and they're like followers who are like. So I can't remember if I told you about this, James, but I can't remember where I heard the term. Someone used the term Failwives, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's one of the coolest names ever." And so what I kind of constructed was there was this coven of hags in the Feywild, these 3 hags, and they have a bunch of like women who come to them from like all these local villages, and basically they worship them for favor. And they're very much like pro women. Maybe they have something going on in the background that's nefarious. I'm not saying they do or don't. They also had a troll who was called the Sun, that's so cool, who Ryan, through sharing food and making promises he may or may not be able to keep, this guy helped them steal these kids back and run for their lives, which was easy for Cassandra. She just turned into a giant owl and flew them through the portal, which was a one-way portal. So Ryan had to make a 5 before 3 skill check. And while being chased by a mob of, feral women, and while the troll fought the hags, and eventually the hags just ripped them apart. But before that, he bit off one of his fingers and gave it to Ryan and was like, keep this so you can help me start a new life on the other side. And he was like, oh, hell yeah, this guy's like a confectionery and a baker. Fuck yeah, we'll work together. Nice. So in the end, it came down to one role. And one of the hags was an anise hag. So they're a large creature. They're kind of like very kind of almost Hulk-like. So I had them leap off this dais like the Hulk and smash down and then jump again. Yeah, I got a feeling the people in chat liked the son for some reason. Because he was scary, and Cassandra and Ryan both thought they were going to have to fight him, and then he was just like this very mellow dude who was like making confectionaries in the Hag Sisters place where they make food to tempt children. So anyway, all Ryan had to do was pass DC 10 to get through the portal, last check. And I used the thing that the Playing Gia guys talked about in their podcast, where if you have a skill where you're proficient, you can tell me why you want to use a different ability score. And if it makes sense, I'll go with it. Like the example they used was they had a barbarian who wanted to use strength for their intimidation checks because their charisma was their dump stat. And they were like, it doesn't make a lot of sense that a barbarian would use charisma as their intimidation stat anyway. And the other one was the same character wanting to use strength for a medicine check. And they were like, I don't know about that. How would you do that? And he was like, so that guy's leg is broke, right? And the DM was like, yeah. And he goes, I'm going to set the bone.
I like that.
And the DM was like, I like it. He was like, all right, I'll let it happen. I will tell you, if you fail that roll, that guy's leg is destroyed.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it's going to take like significant magical medical treatment to fix that. So I can't remember what Ryan was using, but he rolled a 9 and he'd already used his inspiration. So I had to like take it like at least a minute and a half in my head and go, am I going to kill Ryan right now? Instead, I made the hag like literally Hulk jump on top of this portal that was made with circular by like interwoven briar and just crush the portal. So he had no way out. So he had to turn and run blind into the Feywild.
Ooh.
And the last thing he could hear was laughing because the hags were like, we're going to make bone out of your bread out of your bones. Run, little puppy, run. So Cassandra, with these 3 kids, jumps back into the prime during this massive snowstorm and realizes, I don't know where I came out. And these kids are all drugged up on charm candy. So she's using the cravat of Noling, which is a cravat that causes magic to just, if you wear it, the magic goes away. So she wrapped it around their hands. So now they're not completely just screaming for mother the whole time. The other thing I didn't realize that she had was another item they found that the chat helped come up with was Joseph Shanks' portable hearth. So she threw that down to keep the snow from freezing them to death. And so we left with Ryan running through the Feywild, and with her, with these 3 kids underneath the tree during a whiteout, utilizing Joseph Shanks' portable hearth to keep them warm. And that's how it ended.
Wow.
So, yeah. I'm a little like, yeah, I did back them into a little bit of a corner. I thought they would just like make a deal because the Cags offered them a deal.
Oh.
They were like, one of the hags was like, fine, here's what we'll do. I had a bag full of changeling children and was like, we'll give those to the ladies down there. And you can take those 3 kids back to their irresponsible mother who let them go off and end up in this situation, which very much upsets us. Because they were going to give the kids to like parents or to women who had lost their children. That was why they took them. And they didn't take them, technically. The children wandered into the Feywild.
Oh.
So that was the deal. And the other part of the deal was, but your character, Cassandra, because you're a lady, you have to show up for 5 years every time we hold one of these. And you don't need to join or anything like that, but you need to hear the word. Because they were kind of said in it, like, and this is just too much off the cuff for me to remember. But it was basically like, oh, you have a cheating husband and you come to us and you pay us homage, we kill him. You lose a child, we replace the child. Our and all we want is your I didn't use worship, but that's what it was implied to be. Yeah, and also that Cassandra would have had to keep those kids safe. Well, I mean, hey, what are you going to do? Choices had to be made. They already had to make a deal with a different, like, lower Fey power when they came in, which was a guy who may have been a guy wearing a coyote suit or may have just been a 2-legged coyote named Yano, which was, if you've ever seen the Mystery Science Theater classic Werewolf, there's a point where I can't think of, the actor's name, Colin, the guy with the fucked up face. Is it Richard Lynch?
Yes.
Richard Lynch says, Yana Glanchi.
Yana Glanchi.
Sleeps nose to anus. And they were like, oh. So I think that shit's hilarious. So we called him Yano. And then Matt pointed out Sunday, like, oh, yeah, like Yano Toro. Because also this guy's like a trickster. He also has with him a large creature that is a walking cabinet of curiosity, where in the middle, where the glass would be, the little mirror, it's like 3 dials that turn to show different facial expressions by eyes, nose, and mouth. And he had a fiddle he was playing that was children crying. So the PCs get there, and I tried to play it up like, oh, the strings look all wet and all the like, oh, like he's playing intestines. Our vocal cords, and what it turned out to be, no, he just oils his strings with the tears of children.
Oh, geez, that's cool.
And they made a deal with him.
Trying to get away from horror.
This was fake stuff. But his deal with them was like, oh, I'll show you where those children were. Also, he was like, his voice was me doing a Cajun voice, which I didn't. Kudos to me, I never fell into the full Dusty. I got real close once or twice. But he was like, I'll show you where they are, but you've got to give me something in return. And they were like, fuck this guy. And I'm like, well, if you want to fight him, that's fine. Go right ahead. And he also a couple different times was like, look at you mortals, all uppity. You used to beg for our favor. And now you think you've just shoved us off somewhere and forgotten us. Well, guess what, fuckers? I will not be forgotten. He wanted one of each of their senses, access to one of each of their senses for a year. So they had to choose one sense, and then he could access it at any time.
Oh.
So Cassandra, because she's a druid of Spore Circle and spends some time around stinky stuff sometimes, and she has an Odieg friend in the sewers, she was like, smell. You can have smell. Enjoy that. And Ryan did taste. And Ryan is Tiburon Sausalito, purveyor of fine meats. So that way made Yano very, very excited. Which I didn't realize that he plays Tiburon does meats, and then in Star Wars, he gets meats for Don Trow. It's a weird.
Just a meaty boy, man.
Ryan Benson, the meat man. The meat man cometh.
Ooh.
So yeah, actually, I want to look up the names of the Van Halen boys really quick.
Yeah.
The names were choice. It was Matt, myself, and I believe just Super Spike was the only person who was given that heat. So the David Lee Roth analogy is Rosso Van Panama.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Sammy Hagar is Samuel Montross because Hagar was in a band called Montross before I think anything. He was also his nom de plume is also the Scarlet Stalker because he was also known as the Red Rocker.
The Red Rocker. Yeah.
For Michael Anthony, who has the dumbest fucking name ever, we just called him Mad Anthony, aka Chickenfoot. He's an Aarakocra sorcerer who looks like a rooster,
and he's in that well, I don't know if they're horrible, but that super group Chickenfoot.
Yeah. The Van Halen brothers are Ludwig and Wolfgang Caskfinger, and they're a pair of dwarves. And then the entire group has two kobolds. They have a bunch of servants, but they have two like personal servants named Cabo and Wabo, who are a pair of kobolds.
God damn it.
Dude.
It was. Dude. I love that they just didn't catch on what we were going for.
That's really good.
It made it so much better.
Is it sad that I totally know all of this? Yeah. Okay.
No, it's
good.
not. It's great.
It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I feel like I've been looking back at some of my notes, and I look at them, I'm like, someone could just play this pretty easily. They would just have to make some changes, but they're pretty nice little. Yes, the last one was you. Yeah. You also helped with Rosso Van Panama quite a bit. So yeah, it was a good session. It was a fun session. It had the right amount of kind of like weird. I was going for a Fae thing because I'd done werewolf and then I'd done Vardalak, so aka vampires, and now I was like, I don't want to do a horror thing. I'm gonna do the Fae. And then it kind of was horror-ish, but a little more like fairy tale horror, I guess. It's probably gonna be more horror now.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Also, when the son is like, Ryan is like, oh, I make food, and the son's like, oh, I make food too, and he got ready to pull something out of his bag, and Ryan made a perception check, and it was like a leg, and Ryan was like, here's a meat stick, and he was like, had to daintily pick it up with his fingernails to put it in his mouth. Oh. So then he was like, oh, I'll give you something in return, and they were like, oh shit, is he going to give us that leg? That raw leg, and instead he pulled out this like huge piece of homemade black licorice, and like, this is fucking good. So yeah, I liked it. It was a good session.
Good.
Yeah, sounds good.
I think if we found a couple more regular players, I would just make it a regular player game rather than a open. Maybe like 4 regular players and then like a guest star slot. But I don't know. It's been good though.
I've got a pretty open schedule ahead of me, man. So once things kind of calm down, I see if I can jump in on some of this action.
Once things calm down, baby. It has been pretty delightful. One of the things that happened too is interesting. So Ryan's been kind of, I wouldn't say courting, but had shown interest in this NPC whose husband died, and then the guy who she'd known like basically since childhood, who was kind of swooping in, turned out to be the guy wearing the wolf suit killing all those people. So she's been kind of fucked up from all this and is just kind of coming to realize that. She's also like the person who does all of the I wouldn't like woodworking, carpentry in this like the surrounding area. She's kind of like an artisan. She was there. Like Cassandra saw it first, but then Ryan ended up seeing it too. She was there at this conclave.
Oh.
So, and they, her and Ryan caught eyes during his escape, and he was like, "Oh, that's probably going to be a thing, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, probably."
Yeah.
Adeline Featherbottom.
Ooh,
like that.
I like a Featherbottom.
Yeah, I've been trying to take some James tacts with some of the names.
Yeah. Woo!
That's why the Van Halen brothers analogy is cask finger.
Yeah, baby. We love it. We love it.
And these heads are really good.
Yeah. Can you give that more, Valley Girl?
These heads are like so good.
Yeah, now more Californian.
These heads are so good. That was kind of sexy Californian, I guess.
Yeah, it's nice. That looks awesome, Colin.
So have you ever noticed the design language in Star Wars with the Republic era tanks and like snub fighters and stuff? They're all like almost on the same primary build of like the two protrusions flared out.
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed that, which is funny because I watch a lot of stuff on design language of Star Wars. But here I am.
I don't think I've ever noticed that.
No, I noticed it for the first time.
You made it, buddy.
Looks like we made it.
Looks like we made it.
Yep.
Beard.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm just kind of anxious. This thing that I'm doing for work is just like kind of. It's just a lot, and it's like not really something that's totally kind of. I think it stretches what we are supposed to like be fulfilling in terms of our duties, and so it's always just a frustration to me.
It's a duty.
So yeah.
Hey man, the next time I see you, I'm just gonna give you a big old hug because I really feel bad when you're going through it, when you're feeling kind of down or stressed.
Yeah. Me too.
What do you got tomorrow?
I got a check-in call about this thing, but I've been on PTO for the last 3 days, so like I haven't really done anything since the last time I met about this thing. So I'm just basically going to say like, yeah, like getting back after that today. So it's fine. It's with a bunch of people, but it just always we haven't always had the best communication about it in the past, and so I think that this is a much better tact, and I feel a lot better about it. It's just not something that I look forward to necessarily, and it's one of those things where it's early because of a time zone difference. So it like starts at 8:30.
That's prime beard. That's prime beard time.
Yeah, I know, but less so when I'm trying to like get people out of the door and stuff. So anyway,
well, we're butting up against it. Beard, where can people find you?
You can search for me on stuff. I'm around.
Beard gets around. He's like Tupac.
He gets around.
Only alive.
Hey.
I mean, that wasn't meant to be like mean. It was just
to be fact. It's just true.
That's the
facts. That's
the main differentiator between me and Tupac.
Finished it.
Nice.
Oh, damn, Colin, that looks good.
That's good.
I love that they used little jousting swords for the antennae. That's
great. Love it. Some of the stuff they did with those early Star Wars models were just really clever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love when there's just this little piece that is something totally different, and oh no, it's going to be this now. I'm like, you geniuses.
Yeah.
You Swedish geniuses.
Sweet summer children.
Yeah. Colito, where can we find you on the interwebs?
You can find me doing Scum and Villainy. You can find me. I was gonna go into that Nelly song where it's like, you can find me in St. Louis rolling them, but I don't know the rest of it. But yeah, you can find me. I should be popping up on Prep School. I don't have my kids with me this weekend, so I'll be popping up in Prep School most likely. Next week, you can see me Thursday on Spoopy or FKA Spoopy. On? Tremors, baby.
Oh, we're doing Tremors.
I need to get the words out of me, and then we can jump into some mummy action. So yeah,
a couple years ago, pre-pandemic, so longer than that, we did an all-day marathon at Doug's house on his giant screen of Tremors, and it was wild.
That sounds delightful.
We watched every single Tremors movie. It was unacceptable.
For me, they end at part 4. I don't want to go past that when Jamie Kennedy jumps on board. Then it's just like, oh gosh. But yeah,
I like the one where the dad from Family Ties, and it's in the Old West. I do like that one.
That's number 4. That's where it ends. That's my limit. Yeah,
they get weirder.
They get much weirder.
Weirder.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Tremors next week. Gird your loins.
Tremors. We're gonna be getting footloose with Fred Ward and Kevin Bacon.
The Bacon
and Egg Shan from Big Trouble.
Oh yeah, Egg Shan's in that movie.
Dies horrifically. It broke my heart because I was like, I'm a huge Big Trouble in Little China fan. So then when I saw Tremors, like, Egg Shan's there, and then it's like, no, he's not. No. Right. But that's what you got me, folks.
David Lopan would have fucked them worms up.
David Lopan would have fucked them worms up, man. Oh, Jack Burton, you done screwed up.
Yeah.
Jack Burton. For a girl with the green eyes. 2 girls with green eyes. Ah!
Chinese girls don't come with green eyes. Sorry. I could quote that movie all day long.
I love that movie. Okay. I don't have anything going on the rest of this week until Sunday. I've talked about maybe sneaking on and doing an emergency video game thing. I don't know if it'll depend. I might play Stardew Valley with my wife tomorrow. She'll play.
Fun.
I'm starting a new farm. I think I put it in the Discord. I want to make it what's called Normal Farm, which it's going to be a multiplayer farm. We can all just go crazy because I rewatched Griffin playing Stardew with his wife from a couple years ago for Max Fun Drive. But before that, I watched Griffin play competitive Stardew Valley with his siblings and his father, where he stole all their furniture, put it in his house. And then he put furniture in front of Clint's house so he could not get into his own house. And they found out that in multiplayer, you can all sleep in one bed.
Hey,
which was
it's a party.
And then Justin spent all their money on booze and video games in the bar. It was just like, because the game they'd set up, they all shared money. It was it's great. It's really good. I found one today that I had not seen before where they're playing Blades of Steel. And I hope they're playing against each other, but I think it's on the thing where they each do a different function on the controller. So they're all playing as one person, which is also a shit show.
Oh, I love when they do that. That's very fun.
They usually do it with old Nintendo games. So I'm like, if it's Blades of Steel doing that, I'll be very excited. Also, I don't know if there's a new Brothers Gate out or not, but the first 3 have been amazing. Where they all play Baldur's Gate together. And Griffin's character is Diesel Gene. At one point, Diesel Gene found definitely a magic item that should go to the captor in the party. He was like, no, I'm keeping this. And the rationale was, I'm not giving this to you, Travis, because if I wear this, my intelligence goes from 9 to 18. How many is that a jump of? That's a jump of 9, Travis. And Travis was like, Griffin, I'm a caster. That would take my intelligence tonight to 18. And he's like, yeah. from 16. How many of a jump is that, Travis? He's like, you run Dungeons and Dragons. How do you not see this is wrong? And everyone's like, in a star. Also, they like to throw Clint's character everywhere because you can throw people in that game if there's like a size differential of like one category. So they throw him everywhere. And there's also an entire episode where it's all about them taking all their clothes up when they go to bed. So Griffin has to edit all of their wanted out. And they try to make it so obvious with how they place the camera. It's fucking cool. And then they steal Griffin's. They steal Diesel Jean's clothes at one point, which is also good. It's really good. Anyway, so yeah, you can find me there and stuff. And I just want to say that I love you boys.
I love you boys
too, buddy.
And I love everyone watching this, especially our regulars. You guys, you know who you are. You're awesome.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a cool looking figure.
Hell.
Anyway, go over to the Dave Wonder channel where the big boys play. And watch those two chuckleheads make really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, hope to see you guys soon.
Yeah.